Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, OKHDV, where I do the best camera I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of motion sickness. Don't get dizzy! Don't get dizzy! Woo. Woo. Oh, you need the other stick to zoom in. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. You didn't realize the game I was playing wasn't SnowRunner. It was Annoy the Audience. All right, let's probably not a good game to play, annoying the audience. Let's load up. We're finishing. We're gonna do this. Logs of the workers. We're not finishing it. We haven't started yet. Logs of the workers. Gotta pick up the logs here in Black River. Then deliver them to Smithville Dam. I already have the route laid out. And I've got two vehicles here. I've got this vehicle and the sister vehicle, which is the exact same thing. Which is also carrying the long log trailer. So this is easy mode, so we're just gonna do the long logs and just load them right into the truck. Bam! And I'm gonna drive ahead a little bit, bring the other vehicle around, and we're gonna take two loads of long logs together. I did this earlier, end of last stream actually, so like 4 episodes ago on YouTube's. Change truck. Trying to read it. Old man. A hard time reading. You'd think I would know by now, by heart, where all the buttons were. But no. Okay. Gotta just sneak in there. Proper distance away. That's probably pretty good. This, it's tough because the hitch, not the hitch, the winch point is considerably ahead of the end of the logs. But I think I can do it. Start engine. Start the engine. And the other truck's running. I don't run out of fuel. Okay. Are those good distance away? Probably. Close enough. Maybe just a little closer. I gotta leave some slack or some distance, otherwise, because the engine's on, it might, if I bring it right up tight, it might hit me. Oh no, didn't go wide enough. Let's go back out. This, I think, is going to be the toughest part of this, is just getting out of here. I'm hoping this is the toughest part. Oh, and now I'm going to be way out of position, but that's okay. I'm not going to run out of fuel. I'm not going to run out of fuel. I'm not going to run out of fuel. If I say it 3 times in the mirror, it'll happen. I mean, I do want it pretty close. This could end up being a disaster, just because of the fact that I can't actually winch it up close to the winch point, because the logs stick out so far, so I have to really compensate around turns. I was tempted to just take the same truck 2 trips, but who wants to do that? That's boring. That's too easy. I mean, I play easy mode, but come on. I don't have a lot of opportunities to like fall off cliffs and stuff. with these trucks, so. Easy. Oh, this is a little tricky. S-turn's a little tricky. But I'm not looking back, which I probably should be doing. But enough so that if the vehicle starts to drive ahead, they'll hit the logs and not go to the side of the logs. If it goes to the side of the logs, it can get hung up, even with, you know. A second. This is maybe not a bright idea. Oh, I gotta turn my beacons on. Yep. Gotta hit the parking brake and then turn my beacons on. Hold the windshield tighter. I don't mind if it bumps me a little bit. I don't want it to drive next to me, though. That could be an issue. This is going to be so much faster, right? Than going back and forth. It's not going to be faster. Think, oh, I'll just use this little trick to make it faster. By making it just a little bit harder, but it'll be faster, right? No, it's not going to end up being faster because you're going to go wrong. I just made it. Oh, look at that skill. Look at that skill. The engine. Wait for me. Okay, turn back on the engine. Ugh. I heard a little bit of static. My air conditioner was on. I heard a little bit on the audio. It's April and the air conditioner's on and I live in Minnesota, which is pathetic, but the apartment I live in gets incredibly warm, and a few years back they got us new window screens, or new casement windows and patio doors and everything, and they leak like terrible. The screen doors leak so badly that, except in the dead of winter after there's been a deep winter frost, you don't dare open the patio doors, otherwise you get wasps and stuff in here. And we didn't have a deep frost at all this year. So, yeah, it's been running the air conditioner pretty much. I mean, when people have their heat on, on the third, and we have south-facing windows, so all that makes it difficult. I am going to, my screen monitor's lagging up on me again. I should have unloaded it during my break. Just unloaded the app, but I didn't. Well. Delicious caffeinated soda. I'm gonna put some more high test in the refrigerator. I'm not gonna say what What soda? What cola I drink? It's cola. It's a name brand that has 3 caffeine levels in their diet. I drink the highest caffeine level. Well, the lowest caffeine level is no caffeine. And then there's normally caffeinated diet soda. And then there's high level, double the caffeinated diet soda. I remember when I was young, they sold this, I don't know if it was a local thing or what. I don't know, somehow I don't think it was a national brand, but it was Jolt Cola off-brand, and it was advertised as all the sugar and twice the caffeine. This predates like the energy drink time. I mean, I said when I was young, I was in my 20s or something. But yeah, Jolt Cola. Not when I was young as a kid. I had a friend that loved to drink Jolt Cola. He was incredibly thin. I mean, I was... how thin was I? I was pretty thin at the time. But he was really thin. And you know, so he could drink mountains of Jolt Cola. But now, you know, I mean, basically it's like an energy drink. What was it? Panera Bread got in trouble because they had, somebody sued them because they had a heart condition and couldn't drink highly caffeinated or any caffeinated beverages, and they were selling like tea. It wasn't tea. It was like a in the same place where they were selling their other fruit drinks. They were selling a Mondo caffeinated fruit drink that was like twice the caffeine of an energy drink. Ridiculously huge amount of caffeine. And it wasn't labeled properly. And this person drank it and started getting like heart palpitations and stuff, which was dangerous because of their health condition. And so yeah, they sued Panera. I'm pretty sure it was Panera. One of those yuppie places that I used to be able to afford to eat. Used to be afford to go to lunch to. Now I can't afford to go to, you know, fast food places for lunch. I don't eat fast food. I love fast food, but I don't eat it. For a while I couldn't eat drive-through fast food because I had a car that the windows wouldn't roll down. Old car. Finally got rid of that car. I love that car though. 99 Saturn SC2 manual transmission. Now I have still an old car, but newer 2007 Audi A4. But it's an automatic transmission, which I hate. It's a bigger car. It's got a heavier engine, but I got it cheap. So I would love to get another cheap Saturn, but had to wait. Travel Smithville van, that's the one. But the Audi A4 has all-wheel drive, which is nice for Minnesota. I was looking forward to, Minnesota winter, and I've got my new Audi Quattro all-wheel drive vehicle. That'll make driving in the winter great here in Minnesota. Yeah, we've had like a foot of snow the entire winter. It's been one of the driest and warmest winters ever in Minnesota. El Nino climate change working together to make a ridiculous situation here. Let's not turn the engine off first. Let's keep the engine off and go map this out to how. Let's go back again. How much fuel do I need? 77. Yeah, the other one's even less, I think. 57. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Flip the thing around. Huh. So easiest way to do it is through the fuel station, so I'll do that. It's going to be tricky to go around the corner. I'll have to... What I'll do is I'll do them individually. So I'll mark it off here once, and then... Yeah, with multiple vehicles, it's going to be ridiculous to go around the corner. So come here, come back out to like here, and then do that pattern again. And here we are through the gateway. Is these need to be dropped off at the quarry and the drilling site. So once I get the vehicles done, I will actually not come there. I will come here. And then come through here, hauling them individually, and then release. And then I will take this one over to the drilling site. And not going to try to get long logs through these fin area here, so I will go somewhat the long way around to get to the drilling site. But let me get to the fuel station, get them both to the fuel station, link them back up together, and then we will remap the thing and then deliver these 2 long logs, and then head on to Drummond Island. There's probably more trailers I want to pick up. I think I looked earlier though when I finished all the tasks on Smithfield Dam. There's definitely more trailers back in Black River, but they have goods on them. Except for one trailer that has goods dumped out and is on the side. Which I might want to use that trailer. As a semi-trailer. I can't really, until I get a vehicle with the... You know, that's one thing I could use the Brigadier for. Is, I could put a saddle on the Brigadier and just go around and grab a bunch of trailers. I mean, the Brigadier is faster, but if it's hauling a trailer, well, if it's an empty trailer, you know, it can handle a empty semi-trailer and a empty hitch trailer with its winch. So that might be a good vehicle to use for that. As long as it's, you know, it depends on the terrain and stuff too. Like if it's really wet, it would have a hard time. I'd want to use one of these. But I try to take the trailers back and sell them as I use them, because I don't want them leaving. Don't want to leave them around on the map. Oh, and I've got a quandary. Oh, it's going to be a long time until I get to Yukon. But watching Wessel on my recommended list on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VolkersTV. Oh wait, I was supposed to stop there. Stop there. Change truck and it's out of range now. Oh, horrors. I gotta actually do it this way. He's in Yukon. And something that they have on Yukon is there's these framing locations where you pick up goods of a limited quantity, and they're locations that show up on the map, and there's actually warehouses with limited quantities of stuff too, and they show up in the map. And one of my goals is to clear everything from the map that I can clear from the map. That's 100%, right? So any trailers that are there, I take the trailers back. But also any locations, do I go through all the warehouses that have only limited stock and load all that stock, you know, clear the stock out so that those locations go off the map, it's not useful for anything. Before I clear a region, you know, I'll have no task but to do in that region. The contests never require anything that is, you can only get, I don't think you can only get limited amounts of. You have to be able to do the contests over and over again if you're playing on normal mode. Put the lights on. Are heavy logs, yeah, I think heavy logs are worth putting beacons on for, right? Oh, see, I did it again. I did it. Nope, close the map. Oh. I'm going to want to cut the corner of those logs here, or stumps here. There we go. Ah, I'm here. I'm through the stove. Really close on that one, though. Can we get through there? No, it didn't. Where did it hit? Oh, it's right in the middle. I'm thinking, okay, which direction do I need to hit to get around that thing? So this vehicle must have just driven right over it. Okay. Now, can I hitch it? Oh boy. Winch it, not hitch it. Winch it. Winch? That's not going to work unless I can move it. Oh, wait, maybe that'll work by its own. Probably not. It's not. Let's try not to dump it. Wait, why is it not pulling now? I'm going to have to back up some. But now if I pull back, it gets stuck. Okay, maybe that'll work. I really don't want to unhitch this because then I won't be able to get it hitched back up. Long logs, you're not going to get them winched back up. I'll have to get the Brigadier out here with its pain. Oh, look at that! Tires drove right through it. Nice! Way to go, Hitbox! Love you, babe. The tires drove. How did the tires drive through it? Collision boxes are weird in this game. They've done a lot of fixes. And, you know, a lot of the problems are the maps. And they come out with 4 seasons of maps, and each season pack has at least 2 maps. It's usually like 2, 2, 2, and 4, so 10 maps a year, which is just over a month. 10 maps that you've got to turn the beacons on. To do an entire open world map, that's a lot of stuff to do. So, put the lights on, right? The lights on the other vehicle? No! Gotta put the lights on. There we go. Now I've got the lights on. Both engines are running. Oh, do the lights go off when you change trucks? Oh, that's horrible. Okay, well, whatever. Gonna make it morning anyway. Ah, so you can turn the engine on of the truck behind you, but you can't turn the lights on. Well, that's an oversight. That's a bug. Oh, when I'm really that close to being able to... Oh, wait, can I still reach it? Yes! Okay. I want to get it in tight. Oh, I was already in trailer view? Oh. Anyway, yeah, collision boxes are hard. I used to play test racing game for a company that made racing games, and one of the things playtests do is test all the collision boxes. And these are like just tracks that are small tracks, right? To check all the collision boxes and stuff. Although, to be fair, this did use like well, it did use a third-party physics engine, map engine. Wait, I wasn't in. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Wait, I didn't do the app. And so it just me that Saber has the people that make this game actually has the bandwidth to produce almost one whole open world map. And this is where I want to drop the thing off right here. Put two of them really close. Maybe that'll remind me. Like one, fairly large, even the smaller maps are a large undertaking for an open world map. A month, it's like ridiculous. That's a little tight there, but I think I can get through it. There was some place on here I regretted I couldn't get through. And this whole thing is a depression, so I can go wide here. But getting through that, I might regret. If I get stuck, I'll have to bring the Brigadier out to pick up the logs. And I haven't worked a logging trailer since MudRunner, so that'll be fun. I think I can cut through here pretty easily, but with the long logs, okay, and then from there, I'll find my way across to the trailer store, probably. Or come back here. I mean, I can come over here to this trailer store. But with the logging trailer, oh sure, that'll be fun. I'll do that. And then the other one's going to be at the course. It'll be really close to the trailer store. Get rid of all those trailers. Like I said, trying to clean up after myself. Alright, let's go. I was probably in the middle of some other conversation, but I don't remember what it was now, so. Yeah. You lose. I have no idea what I was talking about. Actually, you probably don't lose. You have no idea what I was talking about. It isn't necessary. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to invite people into my my world, my brain world. You might not want to be there, knowing how my brain works. Let's pull this little tight. So, yeah, I don't know. It's gone. Oh, maps! How difficult it is to do maps. And the physics engine, am I stuck on something? I feel like I must be stuck on something. Let's turn off that engine. Am I stuck on something? I don't see what I might be stuck on. What? No, I think I'm okay. stuck on this thing. Ah. So yeah, when the game first came out, there were a lot of collision box bugs where, and I ran into it myself too. There were some Xbox issues that made it really, okay, turn off that thing because I'm getting warmed up. Now I can turn it back on. That you could like completely destroy your tractor if you hitched up a trailer, and it would jam the collision boxes together and just fly your I've got a, I think I have a video clip. I know Highway Buster has a video clip of him flying through the air. There's other ones out there. You hitch up a trailer and suddenly the tractor, rather than hitching up, the tractor goes flying through the air, smashing several times around and completely gets disabled. It's quite funny, quite annoying, quite funny. They've pretty much cleared up those issues, but there might still be issues. And every time a new season comes out, those maps, it's really hard to catch those collision boxes. This last season, season 12, the last season of a year, has 4 maps. The first 3 usually have 2 maps. Although 2 large maps with lots of tasks on them. Like I said, I'm watching Wessel do Yukon, and Yukon has so many tasks. And oh, that's what I was winding back around to. There are these framing sites where you can tear down the framing site and take the wood from, or the bricks from, and they're like building sites that are half built with wood, or half built with bricks, or half built with metal beams, and you can go through there and take them away, and then the building site becomes empty. Well, I don't know, they look like building sites, not like tear-down sites, so are you just stealing their building materials? Or, I mean, what's the lore? Are you supposed to be tearing those buildings down? You're just helping to haul away those materials? Because I don't see, like, big... You would think there would be, like, big dumpsters, roll-off dumpsters or something. Anyway. So I'll pretend that the lore is... You're doing them a favor by, hauling away the wood that's on the frame. But they're called framing sites, and there's like a wooden frame or a brick frame or a metal frame. I would sell that. And after you load up 2 loads, the thing disappears. But in my 100% playthrough, I want to close out everything on the map. So the 2 questions are, do I get every pickup point? There's some pickup points that have permanent stuff and limited load stuff, but there's some that have only limited load stuff. I think there's one here. There's a logging place here. One of the maps. Don't they only have... right. That's gonna... Drop the winch here. That's why there's 2 there. Oh! I forgot to turn off the engine. Right. So the question is, do I go through and for both the loading sites that have limited cargo, that are like warehouse places, unload all that, empty all that cargo so that those sites no longer appear on the map, but also more importantly, the framing sites. Do I clear out all of the framings, go around on the map, clear out all the framing sites? Is that philosophically comparable to clearing off all the trailers on the map? Right? I mean, there are some differences. the trailers I can sell, so it's kind of like completion in that I sell everything I can sell. Well, you can't sell goods back. So yeah, I gotta make that decision. But I just realized I might have to make that decision sooner rather than later. Oh, it's not here. It's in Tamir. I'm talking about. Yeah, there's limited loading places in Tamir, but they're not like framing sites where you're tearing down some poor person's house. Which may not be what's happening anyway. So right now I'm leaning towards, yeah, let's tear down the house, whatever, get it off the map. I'm done with this map. I want everyone to know I'm done with this map. There's nothing else to do on the map except, rerun contests. I cared to. I got all the trailers off. I got all the warehouse. Oh, there is one place here in Michigan where that takes effect, and that is there's drilling sites in the Drummond Island, yes, map, where you're supposed to be clearing out old drilling equipment. Well, there's 3 sites. 2 of them, when you clear out the old equipment, they only have 1 load of the old drilling equipment. Where a 3rd site has permanent drilling equipment. So if something happens and you lose that drilling equipment, it's a contract. You can go back and get another one if you need to, without restarting the contract over again, which is kind of a real pain to do. So they're nice to you in that regard. This is the rocks I'm a little concerned about. I think I went around last time. Yeah, with these, let me look to see what a good path. I think I can get through the trees here. I'm not sure if that's a destructible tree or not there. I have to go down a slope, but it's an easy slope to get, relatively easy slope to get down, because I don't know about these rocks here, especially getting to the trailers. Because this is a very wide boy. Let's see if I can. With the long trailer trying to get through these trees, it may also be a challenge. And it's a risk, because long loads. I think this is a temporary tree. I think. But this is not, so this is kind of a narrow spot. But I think I can wiggle through this. Oh, that's not a temporary tree, is it? It looks like it is. Let's get some momentum going. Yeah. It's temporary for this vehicle. I think this is a better way to go. In this vehicle. Although, with the logs, it's gonna be possibly beaching, but I got it. If the logs get caught on the ridge, if the distance between my tractor rear tires and the trailer's tires is such that the logs get stuck, the middle of the logs gets stuck on the ridge there, the crest, I could have been in trouble, all my tires off the, and no place, I don't think there was a place to winch in front of me, so. I didn't know if that was going to work or not. Oh, I could just go over that. Oh, I can make it around without an issue, I think. Because there's some hidden stumps there. Probably not too Anyway, so yes, when I played through Michigan the first time, I did go through each drilling site once. There's 3 drilling sites. 2 of them are temporary, and you need to haul 3 equipment. So if you're speed running, you can just go to the first one 3 times. It's actually the closest one. But I do want to, because the task specifically says clear out the old drilling equipment. Well, if you get old drilling equipment from one location and you still have 3 old drilling equipment in the other 2, if you still have old drilling equipment in the 2 other locations, you're not really clearing it out, are you? So personally, I would prefer if is this a tip risk here? I would prefer if you did have to start you did have to have actually all 3 of them go to, and each one you went to would close down that loading site. If all 3 locations only had one, that would mean that you'd have to restart the contract. And they don't mind you being forced to restart if something goes wrong, restarting tasks, but I think they balk at restarting contracts. But I think I would rather doing that, just because then I can clean up. They say clean up the 3 drilling sites. I could clean up the 3 drilling sites. Otherwise, one of the drilling sites isn't actually clean, is it? Because there's still more drilling parts to get. And more drilling parts, and more drilling parts, and more drilling parts. You can't clean it. Because it's Aleph Null cardinality of drilling parts. Yeah, countable. It is countable. I learned it as Aleph Null. I think most people probably call it Aleph Zero. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take a math class. Take a number theory class. You can take them for free online. Go Google. Go number theory. I was actually just watching someone. A combo class is the name of the channel. Entertaining guy, young guy. Does a little bit too much hokey stuff with fire and falling over his desk and stuff, but still. He explains math stuff and some others. He talks about food, some too. He knows about that, but yeah, math concepts. He was talking about the different types of infinities. How there's countable infinities, like all the natural numbers, the whole numbers can be laid out in a row and counted. Even though there's an infinite number of them, they can all be ordered in such a way that you can count. You could count them, but it would take you an infinite amount of time to count them. And it turns out the same thing is true for, oh, why were those things there? Was there a contract that needed those? I think there must have been a contract that needed those. I remember bringing them over here for some reason. Oh yeah, there was a contract that needed them, but that contract couldn't be unlocked until I did this one. Okay. Unload! Now, let's see. I got 45 minutes. I got 43 minutes, 45 seconds. Do I end it here? I think I probably end it here. Because the other 2 things I could do would be to try to take the other load with the other truck. The other load with the other over here. Or the other thing I want to do is take this tractor across the water there, go to the trailer store, drop it off, and I only got 60 gallons of gas to do it before I get to the trailer store, and then I can recover. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So cliffhanger, you got to see, do I make a fool of myself in the next YouTube episode, next section of the this video, or next section of the stream? There's a very good chance that I drive off into the water and drown the truck. I've done it before. Anyway, all right, folks. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I'm going to take a quick break here and be back in 3-4 minutes or so. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode will be out the next weekday at 12 noon U.S. Central Time. Either way, Twitch, stick around. YouTube, next episode. Either way, I will see you then.